What's up, everyone? Today we have this Toro. It's a Turf Master, and the owner says it's just not starting. He said he replaced the fuel, still isn't working. So I figure we'll go through it step by step, see what's going on, and take it from there. So let's get started. The first step of anything is checking to see if it has oil. Maybe it's a blown motor. I'm assuming it's not, but nope. Fresh, clean oil. And so far, the choke is on. Let's give it a pull. That's compression. But nothing. Fuel is on. Is there fuel in the machine? Maybe he drained it and just forgot to put fuel in it. Man, those gas caps are hard. Oh no, it's like brimming full. Okay, well, air filter actually looks really nice. This person does take very good care of his machines, though. We're going to take a little combustible material. Maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully that's enough to do something, otherwise we'll have to come back and find something else. Yep, it was enough. We have a fuel issue. So we're going to need to take the carb off. So let's go ahead and do that now. Well, hold on there. Over 90% of you, according to YouTube, are not currently subscribed. You're watching this video, but you're currently not subscribed. So I'm going to welcome you to subscribe at the end if this helped you out. I work on a lot of machines, so maybe the machine you're watching is going to be something you own, but who knows? Maybe you own a generator, a pressure washer, a big mower, a chainsaw, a variety of things. The only way to know if I'm going to fix it in the future is by subscribing, and maybe I get to the one that you own and can help you out then too. So I welcome you to subscribe, put a thumbs up if it does help you out. Back to your normal video. Usually show it, but what I'm going to do is there's a bolt right here. There's also one right there. You just have to loosen that one. You don't want to remove that one. And then these two, now to use remove entirely, and this whole piece comes off. It's just really hard to show that. And there we go. That comes off. Put that somewhere safe. Now we need to turn the fuel off. Now this type of carb, when you take it off, there's pretty much no graceful way of doing it. It's going to spill fuel everywhere, so have a towel handy. We'll just have a towel right there. And yeah, just be prepared for it. Let's remove the fuel line. A little bit of fuel is going to come out from whatever was in the line between the end of the line and the shut off. Now, we are lucky in the fact that we don't have to worry about like a little bar that's right here. On this style of machine, unlike its X-Mark cousin, it makes it a lot easier for us. So we're just going to take off all the linkages here. There we go. So now that we have that off, let's go ahead and open up the carb. My table's not nearly big enough for this machine, but anyway, let's go ahead and take this off. Like I said, it's going to drip, but it's okay. Or leak everywhere, I should say. We're going to try to keep some of it, though, to see if we have any water in the tank. It is October. They say it's 80 degrees outside, but it's going to be nasty here soon. And look at that. The one what that is? That's jelly. Wow, where that's from? Stable. Never use Stable. It's a horrible idea. I'm sure there's someone out there that says they've used Stable every year since they were an infant in their machine and they've never had a problem with it. But just don't. Use too much. That seems to be what ends up happening a lot. So how do we get rid of it? Well, It's a very manual procedure. I'm going to leave the bowl gasket alone. So we're going to take our towels and get a good wiping. Same thing with the carb. I'm going to get it cleaned out. Make sure this works. Yeah, that seems to be fine. We do, however, need to remove the jet. So I'm going to grab a screw in the driver and we'll remove it. Take the jet out and it's plugged solid. So I'm going to blow through there and get that nice and clean. Kind of save you the noise. I kind of blew through the carb. Got it pretty much taken care of. There is a little bit of discoloration on it, but it's not all that bad. But the jet is now clean. And we're just going to install the jet back. The bowl is clean. Like I said, it does have a little discoloration. That's just from the water, because inevitably there was water in here probably. Or maybe the jelly just did a number on it. Don't know. But that's nice and tight now. And more importantly, the bowl has no more jelly. The carb has no more jelly. Everything appears to be fine. So let us put the bowl nut on. It's somewhere in here. My 10mm ratchet is, but I don't know. Should be good and tight now. Now I'm going to put it back on and we'll see if this cured its ailments. The linkages are weird. This one is going to be for the throttle. This one is for the choke. Now when you take it off, they're going to be like backwards. Obviously this was in the front, that one's in the back. It doesn't go that way, so it's a little odd. I'll show you once it's on the machine, but just know the linkages on this are kind of squirrely. I took a sample of the fuel. The fuel itself seems fine. I'm not too worried about it, so it should be okay. So this is how it's going to end up looking. That's the choke. Right now it's set to off because, well, it's not on. And then there is the throttle. This spring goes in the hole with the arm, with the linkage, excuse me. This spring, however, does not go in the same one. It has a little slot cut out in it. So those springs are important. Make sure you put them on there. If when taking it off, the little hooks become a little flattened and it's not really wanting to stay, just rebend them. Because if you don't put it on there, you can give yourself a little bit of a headache, to say the least. In addition to that, something that is a very good idea to always look up or look at is the gasket in between the carb and the little spacer. If it's ripped at all, even if it's in the center, replace it, because any ripping on this type of gasket is going to cause a problem. Mine didn't have that, so we should be good to go. I'm going to put the cover back on and the air filter and everything, and we'll give it a pull. And now it's on the table, down, ready to go. It's been about actually 10 minutes since I've put the carb on. I got a phone call, and so far the bowl is dry, so we know we're not overflowing or anything that we know of. And I like to leave that off, that way I can look down. If you'll see like pooling of fuel, that's a bad sign, because it's either going to pool up in here, it's going to run down the carb, or it's going to go into the intake, and that's a bigger problem than anything else. So give it a choke. Perfect. It runs good on full speed, runs good on idle. We don't have any blockages anywhere else. It was just a jelly. Jelly caused this. I didn't really go over it, but while I was doing this, I did take a little bit of fuel out of the tank just to look at it. It looked brand new. I mean, there's no concern about that. I think this was put away for a while and brought it back out, put new gas in there, and it just had gel on it. It happens. That's why I say don't use stable or fuel stabilizers or anything of the sort. Let it run dry, put new fuel in it when it's time to run it. That's what you need to do. Or you can just remove the fuel, take out the little bowl nut, or just loosen it and then let it drain. It's going to dump everywhere, but that's what happens. Yeah. Other than that, the only other option would be to buy a new carb, but we don't need to because everything's running good. I'm going to leave you at that. Follow me on Instagram at smallengine101. If you like what you see, put a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. If it helped you out, definitely put a thumbs up as well. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below. If you need any personalized help, consider becoming a member. That is a perk, and I'll be happy to help you out. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.